Shoppers weighing in on the new rate of 12%. Festivities in the West in honor of the country's 45th anniversary of independence. And a Bahamian writer and producer bringing his first film to the big screen.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shoshina Wolf-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news, some changes taking place in the Cabinet of the Bahamas. The Cabinet Office announcing this afternoon the rotation of 4 cabinet ministers. The Honorable Renward Wells is to be reassigned from the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources to the Ministry of Transport and Local Government. The Honorable Frankie Campbell has moved from Transport and Local Government to Social Services and Urban Development. Now, the Honorable Michael Pintard is moving from Youth, Sports and Culture to the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, and the Honorable Lanisha Rolle moves from Social Services and Urban Development to the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. In other news, July 1st has come and gone, and the new VAT rate of 12% is now in effect. The hike in value-added tax has been the topic of optimism and frustrations for many throughout the country. Our ZNS News team spoke with the shoppers on Grand Bahama today about the 4.5% increase. Residents on Grand Bahama getting used to the idea of paying 12% in value-added tax. For these residents, they understand the reason for the increase and believe it is being done for the best interest of the country.
We know that, we have to, it's the people time, so we believe in the government to, do their job. If the economy need to boost up, because it have to come from someplace, because we don't want it to affect the young generation coming up. So, we have to stand our ground and we trust in God.
I realize that because it's on my receipt here. Normally this item would cost me 12% less. Now it's 12% more. But, we got to live with it. We have to be able to, if we want our country to survive, if this is going to help our country, then let's go with it. It's hard on us, but we need to help our country survive.
I don't feel no weight about it because how I look at it, but the same God that took us, the Bahamian people, through the 7%, he's able to take us through the 12%. All you got to do is trust God. The VAT don't really matter. Just trust God.
Government only have money that comes from the citizens, and so we all have to pay our fair taxes when it comes to whatever the government is doing. And no one like to pay taxes, but we have to pay taxes in order that the country may survive.
But not everyone is sold on this idea. For these shoppers, they say 12% increase is a lot, especially given these tough economic times.
I don't believe they should have done that this time because, especially in Freeport, we down into a hole we're trying to dig ourselves out. And they come doing this.
$100 now is only $80-something, and diabetic and stuff like that. So we don't know. We're going to have a lot of prayers.
For our children, we can even buy the fruit, the vegetable, the juice, the milk, the egg, because everything is too expensive. What next? I just want to know what is next. What could happen in this island? I am not agree.
This is what you all vote for.
Yeah, that's the people time to spend money.
But some are of the view that the time has come for residents to recondition their minds and get used to the idea of paying 12% in tax increase.
Any growing country will have the increase. The Bahamian people need to understand that. The country cannot survive on just the little income and coming in, and we have to give out so much.
If you can't beat them, you join them.
When we complained at 7%, it didn't go down, so I already have my mindset that, it's going to be 12% whether we like it or not.
Well, over the weekend, consumers throughout the country braced themselves for the VAT hike from 7.5% to 12%. Many stores on Grand Bahama offered sales, and shoppers reportedly took full advantage of the savings ahead of the VAT increase. Now, come August 1st, there will be no VAT on bread basket items, which include butter, olive oil, coconut oil, mayonnaise, grits, rice, flour, milk, condensed milk, cream cheese, corned beef, baby food, bread, canned salmon, canned tuna, canned sardines, soup, soap, and laundry detergent. In other news, in just a matter of days, the Bahamas will celebrate 45 years as an independent nation. The festivities in honor of the occasion officially kicking off in West Grand Bahama this Sunday with a pre-independence ecumenical service at Central Zion Baptist Church in 8 Mile Walk.
The church was filled to capacity as residents turned out to give God thanks under the theme, Celebrate Bahamas, We've Come This Far by Faith. On island for the occasion, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Honorable Halson Moultrie, a lawyer by profession, the Speaker noting the important words etched in the preamble of the Constitution, which states that no man, woman, or child of this nation should ever be slave or bondsman to anyone, or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation. He notes that while we have been independent for over 4 decades, there is still much, much more to be done for the advancement of Bahamians.
And in my estimation, we have moved closer and closer to slavery because of our borrowing. We have to be able to stand on our own feet. We must begin to learn how to pay our own way. We must protect our borders and our sovereignty. This is our land, and I declare again today that no other human being should live better in the Bahamas than Bahamians.
Pastor of St. Cleveland Baptist Church in Freetown, Reverend Marcus Cooper, delivering the Independence Sermon. Cooper noting that this island nation has countless reasons to celebrate, from our simple freedoms to the many luxuries we enjoy. As many residents are still divided on the new 4.5% increase on VAT, Cooper says he is prophetically speaking an increase and blessings for the nation.
I want to prophetically speak to about 50 of you and declare that God is getting ready to flip the script. And what I mean by that is God is getting ready to do more with less. What you could not do before the increase of that, God will do it for you now and give you a but God testimony. This VAT increase did not catch God by surprise. And even before the announcement of the increase, God was working on your behalf. And can I tell you that this one is on God? And guess what? As VAT increases, you have also entered into a season of increase. Increased favor, increased resources, increased ability and creativity, increased influence and power, increased miracles, increased signs, increased wonders. You are about to see Jehovah Jireh in 3D.
Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, reminding residents that this is a time for reflection and we must be grateful for the men and women who have fought for this country. As we continue to move forward as a nation, the parliamentarian says it is critical that residents put aside their differences and work together in the spirit of community and country.
We owe it to ourselves and our children to stand firm and together on issues that impact each and every one of us, knowing that when our neighbor hurts, so do we. And so today, I admonish all of us to look beyond what has divided us over time and look forward to what and who can bring us together. That being grace and mercy, both of which God issues in abundance, and leaders with a heart for people.
During the service, 30 unsung heroes were celebrated for their contributions to nation building. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Now, a similar service will begin at 7 p.m. tonight at St. Cleveland Baptist Church in Freetown. New leaders within the Ministry of Labor making an official visit to Grand Bahama. The new members of staff say improving Grand Bahama's job market is top on their agenda. Megan Shepard reports.
While on island, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Labor, Cecilia Strachan, noting the recent announcements of new businesses and the expansion of existing ones here in Grand Bahama. She says that the ministry is looking forward to continued growth and more opportunities on this island.
And generally speaking, we are very hopeful for the improvements in the labor market in Grand Bahama. They anticipate that there'll be an announcement on the Alukaya Hotel within the next few weeks, and so we're just very hopeful and very looking forward to a a very productive and increased labor force in Grand Bahama.
John Pintard was recently appointed the new acting director of labor. The former BPSU president says that he is ready to work with staff here in Grand Bahama to enhance operations. He says that he knows that Grand Bahama is experiencing economically challenging times, and their main focus is to give residents the best opportunities.
There's a very good team in place here, and we just hope that we are able to, through our skills bank, as relates to us getting information from the labor on the blocks, and the other one that we intend to put on, to try as best as we can to ensure that Grand Bahamians have an opportunity to fill vacancies that exist by the major employers here in the Grand Bahama area, and where they lack skills or qualifications, we want to be able to ensure that we speak with the vocational institutions and the educational institutions to put on programs that people meet the requirements for employment in Grand Bahama. Our major concern is that we would be able to reduce the unemployment rate even further in Grand Bahama.
Assistant Director of Labor, Janet Russell, says she is thankful for this opportunity to make a difference.
Many persons that know me as a social worker, and I work in the youth department dealing with a lot of youth unemployment. So I know I will be an asset here in the labor department, assisting those that deal with employment and putting a dent in unemployment here in Grand Bahama. Many persons believe sometimes that the labor department, we are against employers and employees, but we're here to work with the two entities. We're here to make peace.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after this break.
As a child growing up, we sang about the Union Jack and we'll never let the old flag fall. I just sang because it was something that sort of a parrot form you were taught, but to me it had no significance. So once we became independent, it was just something that gave you a feeling of belonging because we can identify with what was around us.